This is Rev Pam Geagan from the Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley in Camarillo, California. Welcome to our meditation this morning on the power of clarity. And I just listened to the news before I came on, where Jeff Bezos and his, I think it's Shepard 1 crew just went into space above the atmosphere and then came back down. And it was very, very exciting because we're talking about the power of seeing and being clear in our minds, bodies, and choices. And here they had the Shepard 1, named after Alan Shepard, one of the moon people that walked on the moon. And also they had the oldest, not only oldest person, but the oldest woman with them. Her name is Wally Funk. She was an astronaut, in the astronaut training program at least. Now she is an astronaut, but when she became a jet pilot fighter, they weren't allowed to fly jets because they were women, and also they weren't allowed to be part of the astronaut program going into space because they were women. So Jeff Bezos and Shepard 1 and that program made it possible. They also had the youngest person with them. And what I took away from that power of seeing, and I know we'll be hearing about this on the news, so I don't want to be like a repeater of the news, but what struck me was when Jeff Bezos said in his conference, well, two things. He honored his mother, and of course it made me feel really good. But the other thing was, the most important thing to me out of that whole honoring process was, he said that when he went, he said, we all hear about the atmosphere and how fragile it is and how beautiful our earth is in space. And he said, yes, our earth is so beautiful. You get that cosmic connection. But also what he realized when he hears about the atmosphere being so thin and fragile, you realize how very fragile it is. And so he came back down dedicated to ensuring the safety of our beautiful planet Earth. And I thought that was in taking care of her even more. And I thought, how wonderful is that? So in this moment, and I said this yesterday, but I'm going to repeat just a little bit of it, is that in this interesting time, this most interesting time, where we're having an evolutionary push on the planet, trying to cleanse a virus that has connected us all, but we're also in the process of exploring for every person eventually, only billionaires now, but the every person eventually, pushing and exploring the boundlessness of space, holding eternity in the palm of our hand, finding that ocean in a drop of water, and what all the mystics wrote about, and the world in a grain of sand, and also discovering now the vast depths of not only outer space, but in this we're looking at our inner space that brought those who are so excited to go into space from exploring their inner space, discovering who they are and their biggest dreams, and pursuing those dreams and going into outer space. And by the way, Jeff Bezos, and I really don't know that much about him, but I do know that he has always wanted, ever since I think he was in Princeton, and when he was at Princeton in college, his largest dream was to go into space. And he has manifested that in divine right timing. We all have our dreams. We all know that we come from something that is eternal, immortal. It is infinite. And it's university, so who knows what knowledge we're bringing back with us when we come into, the soul comes into its incarnation in this human body. It's like the old Twilight Zone. You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind, a journey into the wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. And that's the signpost up ahead. Your next step is the Twilight Zone. And I add also, in that Twilight Zone, the great depths of the unknown within us, the inner space, the great beyond within us, because your soul is in and lies within that seat of the soul that is the seat of the soul of the allness of everything on this universe. So again, we're so excited that we're here and that we are in, for people who were born before they walked on the moon, which is me, during the time they walked on the moon, and now into people being offered eventually the opportunity as citizens to walk on the moon and become astronauts, something that was unheard of in the 60s, is just phenomenal. So how do we begin to discover the clarity of who we are? From a scientific point of view, you always know. I mean, you have all the science there in front of you, and I believe in looking at the science and all the findings. And then there is the prana point of view, the vital breath, the breath of God breathing you, and also your character. All of those come into the study of the clarity of who you are. And if we leave only the questioning mind in the mind, the questioning in only the mind, then when we are left wanting, because there is so much more to us in this vastness. There is heart, there is passion, and so the natural sense of our own being is what we're here to explore. And if all thoughts could be perceived just in the mind, and you could observe them, even in your humanness on this planet, you look and say, who is observing them? This is the body, but who is this that's noticing the thoughts? Who is looking deeper right now? Who is looking at things that can be perceived only by the one witnessing them? And so I just want to, again, just relax in as we go into another visioning exercise, to get us our heart and mind and soul and body all in one, as we connect with the allness of the everything that is the nothingness, that is everything that we are and ever will be, in this moment and in all moments. And all the moments that have brought us throughout eternity to this point in time in our conscious evolutionary process. So let's just breathe in, hand on heart, connecting us, raising our oxytocin levels with what I call God, which is synonymous with love to me. For love is truly all there is. And so as we breathe in with what love is on the in-breath, I am on the out-breath. And then two more. And we're going to relax from the earth up as we feel this light just surging in and through and as us, surrounding us, our atmosphere, our light being surrounding us in its energetic force, empowering us in and through and as us, going down, 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 all the way to the Middle Earth. And we're anchoring it because we are third dimensional beings in this physical body that is very dense, and yet being called to higher visions, higher ways of being. We are the avatars on this planet, raising not only from the depths of the emotions that we are, and that is the gift of being here, learning how to love and be loved, and giving love, but also pulling from those higher dimensions. And we still don't know how many dimensions there are, how many universes there are. There are as many stars in the heaven world as there are grains of sand on the earth. And yet we are all connected, and yet we are all extremely unique. No grain of sand, no seashell, no fingerprint, no eye print matches any other on this planet. So we are here to observe and to discover who is the observer observing. And so we take that energy and just pull it right on up through the feet, relaxing the ankles, relaxing the calves, the knees that work so hard to support us, the thighs, the root chakra, the sacral chakra below the root chakra, beautiful orange. Coming back up into the solar plexus above the belly button, the beautiful yellow, going up into the heart chakra. And as I say, in that heart chakra, as we hold like the lotus, we see the lotus, they're just sitting there, so beautiful, open. And you can see the beauty of the lotus. You can actually have a deity in there. Opening the heart, just see it blooming, opening the heart, revealing something greater than you ever imagined before. The love, more than ever before. The beauty of who you are more than ever before. The throat, relaxing the throat now, coming on up. And you may ask this deity, by the way, to sit with you, to sit in the center of the heart and be with you this entire meditation. And in the quiet moments, reveal to you that which needs to be revealed. If questions are asked or questions arise. Coming up to the throat, relaxing the neck. Just lowering the neck now, relaxing the shoulders, rolling the shoulders back, and then allowing them to droop. Feel that energy going down, down, down the shoulders, down the elbows, down the arms, down the wrists, out the hands. Feel the hands tingling. Now the energy coming all the way back up all the way from the root chakra, through all the vertebrae, resting inch by inch, row by row. Relaxing the vertebrae, going up to the middle back, coming around, and then just shooting right out the crown chakra. We are totally, totally immersed in this wonderful energy. And we go back to, who is the perceiver that is seeing, observing, and noticing? And sit with that for a moment. We may think that it is not the same as the one that is being witnessed and perceived. So the question is the perceiver, is this one also one that can be the witness? Is there a oneness in all of it? And don't fight it. Just let it reveal itself in and through and as you. And if there is resistance even to looking deeper, just sit with that resistance and allow it also to take you into even deeper into the inquiry. And in this meditation, as you begin to allow the self to merge with the observer, there is a power there. Give yourself the time right now to be the perceiver and the one who witnesses sometimes. Let it explode almost within you. Sometimes it can be an explosion. But whether it comes slowly, like a slow cooker crock pot, or explodes like the 4th of July fireworks within, it is a natural process that is beginning the unfoldment of the enlightenment into the oneness. And suddenly, you'll see there is no other. Like Jeff Bezos saw this morning with the atmosphere. And seeing the earth, our beautiful mother. You go past the superficiality of the unfoldment process and you begin to see and feel, and you are part of the cosmic explosion of the oneness, of the evolutionary consciousness. And even if it happens for a nanosecond, embrace it, capture it, embody it. Feel it in your body. Feel your body tingling as the soul expands as you, in you, through you. And if it feels different than you thought it would be, let go. Just let it evolve within you. And all the roles fall away. For the superficiality of all the roles. Mother, father, daughter, son. Provider. caretaker. You just become a spiritual being. Being called to bring your energetic presence, the power of your clarity, of who you are, the beingness of who you are, the light, the energy of who you are to the planet. That energy may come out and fill those different roles, but it is the thing itself that resides within, that sits within, the genius, the seed that sits within, blossoming forth. In this process, you become the mirror that reflects back all of who you are eventually. Like a mirror, the reflection of the truth of who you are, and the more you explore and connect with who you are, the divine within, more and more great awareness and subtle awarenesses and awakenings are revealed in and through and as you. Feel the power surging throughout your entire beingness, and just sit with this. When you look into the mirror and you see your eyes, you don't see your eyes anymore, you see the soul that sits within. You see the light being. The beauty, the brilliance. And just sit with this for just a moment. And you just feel happy, just for today. For it is a byproduct of connecting to the oneness of the everything in us. And sitting in this joy, as I stay in the I am, know with me that I am grateful. And today, from that place of oneness, from that powerful place of seeing with clarity, the more gratitude I express for these moments of oneness, I'll have more moments to express my happiness, my joy, my gratitude. So today, I connect with the divine within more and more, and the subtle awareness and awakenings are revealed in and through and as me and all. And I say, have a blessed day. I'll see you on the flip side tomorrow. Mwah! I love each and every one of you. Namaste. Peace out.